What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I'm saying it's your boy AJ Nas, and it is 9 o'clock in the morning right now. On a Monday, Labor Day, and it's about 25 minutes before the opening. If you could tell right now, I got a lot of energy right now. But I'm about to be showing you guys how to find daily bias, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to have daily bias correct at least at least 80% of the time. Now, if you take these tricks and tips that I give you from this video and you really apply them, I would say at least 90% of the time you will have daily bias correct. So without further ado, let's get into the video, and I'm going to show you boys briefly before the opening how to find daily bias. So I'm going to do a little series with these. This is going to be part one. On another day, I'm going to do part two and three and four. So I'm gonna have a lot of videos like this, so this is not gonna be the first one that y'all see. So don't be afraid that this is gonna be the only one, because it's not. But how do we find daily bias? First, what I would like to do is I would like to go look at the weekly chart. And by the way, if you don't know what pair this is or market this is NQ on the futures market. You know what I'm saying? So right here we got the micro NQU, which is the month contract letter 2024, right? So how to find daily bias. So it's a Monday right now, so this is perfect. So for this week profile, we want to be looking at the weekly first. So we want to be looking at the highest time frame. I don't usually look at the month, but I'll go to the weekly chart. And I want to be looking at what happened last week, right? So this is this week that we're in right now, and this was last week. So if you guys know what inefficiencies is, and if you don't know what inefficiencies, if you don't know ICT concepts, um, I would be posting a lot more videos in depth, or just let me know in the comments if you want me to go more in depth with that. But if you already know ICT concept, this is how I find my daily bias. So we have an inefficiency here that price ran into last week, right? Boom. So we have that. So we ran down into the inefficiency, failing to get the consequent encroachment, and then we traded back higher, closing above the fair value gap high, the BISI high, which stated for me last week, that stated to me that we just wanted to get to a price inside of a discount, and like we're still a little bit heavy, and we still likely to trade higher to the upside. So if you ever heard the wicks do the damage and the bodies is what tells the story. So the wick came in, balanced this out, and then we closed above here. So that told me going in for this week, I want to see higher prices. For the week, I want to see higher prices. Now, where to, AJ? Where do you want to see higher prices to? Okay, well, price runs on liquidity and imbalance. So I want to see price. Well, I'm going to show you. Price runs on a liquidity and imbalance. We already proved that we didn't want to go lower because we made this move lower and then closed above. The close is above this fair value gap high. So that put us at our bullish bias. And now, since price runs on liquidity, we have only a couple targets left, which is this high and this high going inside of this inefficiency, right? So I want to see price gravitate up to here for this week. Now, since these are relative equal highs right here, I actually just want to see price run up here to this high. So, boom, buy side liquidity. Hold up. Let me get that here fast. Let me write that down real quick. All right, so boom. That is how we find our weekly targets. We want to see if we want to go higher or lower based on what happened in the previous week. We got our wick and our close above, hinting that we're still bullish. And then now, since we're bullish and we run on liquidity, where's the next draw on liquidity? This high. So now, since we know that we're going to be drawing higher for this week, we can go down to the daily chart to find our daily bias. Okay, now looking at here, this is the daily chart, right? Let me delete this. The closest PD array that we have that we rejected from was this daily BISI. See, we came down to the low end of the daily BISI. The wick did the damage, coming a little bit below, making a mohawk, and then the bodies closed inside the BISI, and then we traded above, right? So now seeing that, the previous day's candle, we have this green candle right here. Since we're bullish, we don't want to see this candle low get broken, but what do we want to see? Buy side liquidity get ran. So on a daily standpoint, we're not going to look at this buy side liquidity up here because we know that that's our weekly target. We're not going to hit our weekly target in one day, right? Especially not on a Monday with no news. So we look for smaller buy side targets. If you can point out the buy side target right now, I mean, I obviously can't see you do it, but I'm about to tell you in about 10 seconds. So if you could point it out, point it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I got it. So the closest buy side target in proximity is these highs right here. You got one high, two high, three high. That's all relatively equal. Because I told y'all we're bullish and we rejected off of this fair value gap. So now we're looking for buy side targets. We don't want to see price come below here, but we want to see price go above a high. And the most sexiest high in this area is right here. So now, since we know what buy side we're going to have on the daily chart, which is right here. Hold on, let me write it real quick. We can scale down to like the 1 hour chart. Boom. So this is what our buy side target look like on a 1 hour chart. You see we got relative equal high, relative equal highs, relative equal highs. Smooth edges get made jagged, if you ever heard that term before. So now, what can we use to signal a run going higher from this range? And also, this is how you can confirm a bullish range. So with starting from this range down, we came in below the daily BISI. We traded above, right? We traded above breaking this high, which created a shift in market structure, a change in the state of delivery. And then we pull out our fib. Price comes back down below 50%, running this low inside of a discount fair value gap. You know, the bodies respected this fair value gap. The wicks did the damage right here. And then we traded higher. And then we came back down to retest this daily BISI one more time. The bodies respected the high end. We run higher, making a shift in market structure. Now this is the range since we ran low, ran higher. And then today we have a run down into this range and then a rejection from, hold up, I don't know if it ran to 50%. Let me see. So we just missed 50% on here, but we still rejected from this BISI right here. So this is what we can use to run up to this buy side liquidity. So now, since I already showed y'all how to find our daily bias, this is how you can use it intraday to take a trade. So we have an inversion fair value gap right here, which is a SIBI. I'll make that a little darker. All right, so we have our SIBI right here, and also have a 1 hour fair value gap right here. So now since we have our higher time frame PD arrays, we could scale down. Also, if you peep this, there's no fair value gaps in here except for right here. So this would be a balanced price range if we do come down and run into this fair value gap. So now we got all our higher time frame PD arrays. Let's go to the lower time frame PD arrays. So this is, remember, this blue line, this is our hour fair value gap, and this is our hour inversion fair value gap. So when we are looking for buy side targets at the opening, we want to see manipulation, okay? Which means, I told you, if price runs below this low and run into this fair value gap, price is going to manipulate that thinking. It's going to make traders think that we're going to be running lower because we broke a low, right? But no, that is only to upset people that's going short through a breakout, and then we balance the price range and we'll continue higher. So at 9:30, I'll be looking for price to come run this low, respect this inversion fair value gap and this 1 hour BISI to trade higher to those buy side targets that we already have predetermined. So that's what I'm looking for going into today. Do I know if that's going to happen? No. Would I like that to happen? Yes. If price give me something else that I think would make sense, because at the end of the day, I think price is going to gravitate to that high. So I'm going to just take whatever price give me. But that's how you find daily bias, and that's how you use it to form a trade setup. Um, I'm probably going to do a video on if I execute. All right, this is what I'm going to do. If I execute a trade today, I will have that recorded, and I would do a trade recap at the end of today to match it up with the daily bias that I just showed y'all. So that's what I'll do. So I'm gonna see y'all boys later. I hope y'all learned a lot from this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And until next time, I'm gonna see y'all boys in the next video. Y'all have a good one.